Ok, buenos días chicos. A grosso modo voy a dar una pequeña explicación. Así a grosso modo, lo voy a grabar por si usted de repente, teacher, se me fue la idea, me perdí, no se preocupen. Primero que nada, los 10 temas que ustedes están viendo acá en pantalla son 10 temas que se miran en toda la carrera. Son 10 temas que usted finaliza la carrera y usted todavía en el último ciclo lo sigue viendo. Por eso, si en el siguiente ciclo volvemos a ver esto, o sea, no me vaya a salir con, mire, pero eso ya lo vimos, porque obviamente ahorita les voy a dar la teoría, pero después uno lo aplica a la práctica. Cosa que están haciendo ahorita los que les dieron clases el día de ayer, ese grupo de ayer, ellos ya manejan estos 10 temas. Ahora ellos lo que están haciendo es preparando una clase en base a a las 10 técnicas y métodos. Obviamente son 10 técnicas y son 10 métodos, pero obviamente los 10 no los ocupamos en una sola clase. Muchas veces utilizamos solo 4. Muchas veces utilizamos solo 3, pero no se pueden utilizar todos al mismo tiempo. ¿Por qué, teacher? Porque obviamente los objetivos de una clase no son los mismos aplicables para ellos, ¿ok? Desde ya les digo eso. Entonces, puede ser que el otro ciclo nos vuelvan a salir esos temas porque son temas obviamente que no salen en el TOEFL, pero sí salen en la parte de CAP de inglés, ¿ok? De hecho, en el CAP que salió el año pasado, pues me comentaron que volvieron a salir, pero son temas que simple y sencillamente son bien fáciles de manejar, pero ¿cómo me voy a aprender todos esos temas, teacher? La práctica, conforme a la práctica. Vamos a ver teorías, desde ya le digo, se va a estresar, va a haber un momento que usted se va a aburrir, pero de verdad trate la manera de respirar de ahí, de decir, no, mi modo, tengo que prestar atención. Así que señores, vamos con, dice, techniques and principles in language teaching. We got 10 principles and techniques, and also all of them are method because as you know, method is always based on theories. So look at the grammar translation method. Así como en a grosso modo, ¿verdad? Como dicen, grammar translation method. Let me ask you, Claudia, could you please turn on your audio in your own words? Teacher, I don't have any idea what it's based on. No, yes, but in your own words, Claudia, what is grammar translation method based on?
Translation mentor. I think it's when you this knowledge.
Okay, it is based on knowledge. Okay, thank you so much. Choose a second student quickly, please. Vamos a ver qué saben de estos métodos. Ajá.
Glorita.
Okay, thank you. Gloria, what is grammar translation method based on?
Okay, I think it's based on concepts.
Okay, grammar translation is based on knowledge and it is based on concept. Okay, so Mr. Cigaran, thank you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, I think this is, how do you say derivar?
It's apply of.
Okay, this is apply on maybe the Latin. For example, when you say, oh, this word is for the Latin and means that.
All right, thank you so much. Another volunteer, please, teacher. I'm not sure, but I would like to participate. Volunteer 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grammar translation is just that. It's to translate. What? Yes, but there is a detail in the grammar translation. Obviamente después se lo voy a explicar one by one, but in a general idea is just to translate. The second one, the direct method. Any idea? Let me ask to Mariela. Good morning, my dearest. What is the direct method based on? In your own ideas, yes.
Okay, for me, the direct method maybe are the different methods that you use for your students for know the different knowledge that they have maybe.
All right, choose a student, please, quickly. The direct method. Choose a
Okay.
student.
Jonathan.
Okay, so good morning, mister. What about you? Direct method.
Learning. Well,
Welcome.
I think that direct method it is the one that they applied in using one child. So that means that it's depend of the children. So that's why they use a specific method with them.
Okay, perfect. Volunteer, teacher. Nobody choose me, but I want to participate. I want to give my own. Volunteer 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. The direct method is based on number one, specific topics, specific techniques. For example, if you have the opportunity or if you are teaching kids, we cannot use the same techniques instead of using in high school. The direct method is always based on ages. Ages. Teacher, but what about the verb to be? Yes, I can teach the verb to be in first grade, and also I can teach in high school, but using different techniques. But the direct method is based on ages. For example, if you are teaching fifth grade, which techniques would you like to use? Okay, for fifth grade, teacher, I would like to use flashcards. I would like to use pictures, posters, but in high school, yes, can I use flashcards too as a direct method? But it's totally different. Why, teacher? In first grade, imaginémonos. I got a picture, and the picture got an apple. ¿Cuáles serían las preguntas para un primer grado con una fotografía de una manzana? Huh? Tell me about it. I got an apple. I'm teaching first grade. I'm teaching
What
what?
color is the apple?
What color is it? The second. Thank you, mister. The second. First grade. My goodness, señores. I got an apple. What color is it? And then, it's red, teacher. It's red. What else? What else? Ahí se me terminó la clase entonces. Excuse me?
Good vocabulary.
All right, okay, but a specific question. I'm asking for a specific question. Thank you. My goodness. I got 10 students. Yes, a specific question, future
What is the name
professors.
of this food, maybe?
Okay, what is it? It's an apple. What's the name? It's an apple. What is it? It's a fruit. What color is it? It's red. Aplique esa misma técnica en bachillerato. Usted lleva una manzana a los hipotes de 16, 17, 18 años. What is it? Ellos no van a contestar. It's an apple. Ellos van a contestar. Teacher, an apple. O sea, you got it. Por eso se le llama direct method. Porque obviamente tiene que ser un método directo acorde a la edad. Yo espero que estén tomando nota. Number 3. Como les digo, estoy explicándolo a grosso modo. Créanme que traigo one by one, ¿ok? But this is just a general. My purpose is just to get a general idea. All right. Number 3, the audiolingual method. What is the audiolingual method based on? Volunteer. 5, 4, 3,
Me.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's maybe learn repeating them that you are
Ex,
saying. For
exactly.
example, repeat after me, maybe, or something like
Ex,
that.
ex.
The expressions, maybe, and the pronunciation too. So
Mhm.
for me, it's based on the repetition. Only that.
Exactly. It is also on repetition. Audiolingual is when the teacher said, okay, repeat after me. A, B, B, C, C, diva. Be careful with the audiolingual method because when you're teaching in a repetitive way, your students will get boring. Yes, most of the time we need to, okay, repeat after me, right? Repeat after me. But this is the first one. And the second is listening. Listening. Well, for example, in my case, the audiolingual method, I don't like to use so much because it depends on the level. For example, in fifth grade, in fifth grade, in seventh grade, yes, it is common to say, okay, listen the audio and try to try to to fill up the exercise in your book. Okay, but in superior class, it is a kind of different. For example, what's the difference what's the difference between teaching audiolingual method in superior and teaching in first grade, for example? In superior classes, as a catedráticos, we got the specific topics. Por ejemplo, en mi caso, yo les enseño a ustedes didáctica y gramática. Yo no me puedo pasar a enseñarles a ustedes espiritualidad. No me puedo salir de ahí. Yo les enseño grammar, yo les enseño didáctica, les enseño los métodos, cómo lo que un niño piensa, cómo se trabaja cuando hay diferentes situaciones, pero yo no me puedo pasar, por ejemplo, en este caso, a la lingüística, como en el primer ciclo que sí lo vimos. ¿Ok? Por eso que en este caso, en el audiolingual method, sí, yo lo puedo ocupar, por ejemplo, desde primer grado hasta bachillerato muchas veces. ¿Por qué? Porque hay un libro que llenar. El papá compra un libro, el libro de inglés toda la vida trae audios, toda la vida trae listening. Ahí sí, the audiolingual method is based on that. But in your case, that is superior class and my techniques is totally different because I have to respect the curriculum. Okay? So, the silent wait. I remember many weeks ago I was explaining that the fourth one, the silent wait. So, do you remember what is based on? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Just observe the
Exactly. Simple as water. Okay, guys, so today you are going to work. This is just an example. Okay, guys, today you are going to work on page 21. Yesterday we were discussing the topic, we were learning, we were practicing. Now you are going to apply it by yourself. Do it. Okay, do it. But be careful. In the silent way, where you say, okay, do it, guys, because I'm going to have a cup of coffee. No way, que chiva tu vida. No. Silent way is when you let your students work as a loan agent, right? But you are just monitoring your students. This is the silent way based on the Suggestopedia. I like this. I use the Suggestopedia. So, what is the Suggestopedia, guys? There are two terms, suggesto and the suggestion. Yes, Ale? Tell me, thank you.
is when you're teaching a new language or something like that.
Okay, no, but thank you. Nice. Another idea? Mm-hmm.
Think
Teacher could be a persuasion or to influence.
No, but thank you. Nice.
I think it's based on feeling, something like that.
No, but thank you. What is suggest? I suggest. What is suggest?
Like a recommendation.
Exactly. Number one. Suggestopedia has two ways. Number one, when you suggest, hey, I suggest, but I never say suggest. I say I advise to you. If you want to do this one, please, okay, you have to do this one. But also, the Suggestopedia is when you listen your students' opinions, okay, and catching back the ball. Y nos regresamos la pelota. Okay, when we got a discussion, like, what's your opinion? Any idea, guys? Hey, tell me about this. How do you see or how would you like to blah blah? This is the Suggestopedia. When you let your students participate in class and giving their arms. Okay? Respect. I like the Suggestopedia. Okay, this is the second one. This is the second one, okay? What I like the Suggestopedia, but in my case, I love when my students participate in my class, okay? But the Suggestopedia, it's a kind of tricky because, for example, if you are working in kindergarten, the Suggestopedia it's not can be applied in a 100%, okay? Como dijo Eric Erickson, o sea, ellos no tienen todavía, un niño de 3 años todavía no tiene como esa forma de, fíjese que mi opinión es esta, ¿ok? The Suggestopedia, ¿ok? So, number 6, community language learning. What is community language? Volunteer, 5, 4, 3. Teacher, ¿cómo voy a hacer para aprenderme todo? Primero que nada, obviamente conforme a la práctica, porque obviamente ustedes van a dar clases, no ahorita, pero después, y los va en este caso a aplicar. Pero segundo, el mismo tema me dice de qué trata la técnica y de qué trata el método. So, Community Language Learning. Y ya vio que está. Community Language Learning. Y observa el número 8. Communicative Language Teaching. Son dos distintos. Si alguna vez alguien le dice a un catedrático, mire, estos son los iguales, que no invente. Esto es una cosa y esto es otra. Este va para alguien en específico y este lo trata a alguien en específico. So, community language. Ajá, guys, 5. Yes, Luis.
For me, maybe it's work in a group for students. Maybe this is for students, I think. So they work in a group for improve their language or their English or the idiom that they are learning.
Exactly. Number 1, community language learning. It's a method. Déjenme acordarme. Yeah, it's a method developed by Charles. Se lo voy a mandar al chat. No creo que le salga en la evaluación, pero por las dudas. Así se llama la persona que lo estudió, Charles. Ahí está. Community language learning was developed by Charles. And it is based on, obviously, learning as a group, using techniques as a group. Por ejemplo, el community language learning lo aplicó Montessori. Ajá, ¿se acuerda el término? ¿Cómo, teacher? Yes. Community language learning lo aplicó Montessori en uno de sus términos, en uno de sus métodos. ¿Se acuerda usted cuál era? 5, 4, 3, 2. My goodness, señores. Work cycle. What is work cycle, guys? When you put your students, for example, in a circle, and this is the topic, and you have discussions, okay? This is work cycle, and it is also community language learning. When you let your students participate, and at the same time, y hay otro término que ocupó Montessori en el community language learning, ¿cuál podría ser? Que por cierto ayer Anthony lo mencionó también. Ajá.
Control of error.
What?
Control of error.
Control of error. Exactly. Te corrijo, como le decía yo a Anthony, corregimos pero sin hacer sentir mal al alumno. ¿Ok? Como por ejemplo cuando usted me dice, teacher, yo creo que es esto. ¿Qué hago yo? Ok, nice, but no. But my, thank you. Okay, now, so this is community language learning. Word cycle, control of error. Okay, all students working together, monitoring by the teacher, you're the teacher, okay? Next, total physical response. Total physical response, it's must apply it in kindergarten. Yes, I can apply it in all levels, but why kindergarten, teacher? Any idea, guys? Any idea? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Maybe because it comes in this way. Es cuando hablamos también de cuando desarrollan la motricidad gruesa y fina y todo eso.
All right, but as an English teacher, how can I apply total A? Me encanta esta pregunta. Hey guys, think about it, no se duerma. How can I apply total physical response in kindergarten? Tell me one example, one activity, one technique, because this is a technique, it's not a method. Excuse me, I'm asking for a technique, not for a method. Yes. Total physical response, apply it in kindergarten. 5, 4, 3, 2. No one. Señores, un ejemplo básico. Como maestro de inglés, ¿qué es lo primero que nosotros o que nosotros hacemos cuando estamos en kindergarten? Con mi poca experiencia en kindergarten, yo lo que hacía era, parémonos y cantábamos una canción y, por ejemplo, head, shoulder, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulder, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears, and mouth and nose. Head, ¿Y qué hacían los niños? ¿Qué hacían los niños, señores?
Repeat the action.
One.
Repeat the
En
learning.
second. En second. They touch. They touch that. I mean, head y se tocan la cabeza. Shoulder, se tocan los hombros. Head, shoulder, knees, las rodillas. Toe, los dedos de los pies. Entonces, ese es un total physical response. Teacher, but it's necessary to, no way, it's total physical response is when you say, okay, all of you passing from the class and I'm going to choose ground anyway, y todos salen corriendo. Total física y responden al llamado físico de una actividad que se va a realizar. Señores, it is clear? Are you following me, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, Miss.
Yes,
All
miss.
right, okay. Number 8. Communicative language. Ajá. Community, communicative. Totally opposite and different. Community language is focused on our students. Porque el estudiante es él, miren mi cursor, es el aprendiz. Y
Teacher,
el otro, ajá, Claudia.
I think is the teaching of the language, but I think is the teacher process influence the interaction with the environment.
Me encanta. Repetilo y anote lo que dice Claudia.
Is the teaching of the language.
Communicative language teaching. Number 1.
Yes. But the teacher process influences the interaction with the environment.
Okay. Another opinion. Thank you, Claudia. 5, 4, 3, 2. Communicative language teaching. Number 1 is based on you. It's emphasized on you as a teacher because you are the guy in the classroom. Communicative is the way how you teach in the classroom, is how you get in close with the students. Communicative is how you connect to your students. Obviamente enseñando, en este caso, lo que nosotros hacemos, enseñando un idioma. Enseñando un idioma. En el communicative, aquí sí, Montessori no lo mencionó, Sestelin no lo mencionó, Paulo no lo mencionó, ni Eric Erickson lo mencionó, ni siquiera la taxonomía de Bloom lo menciona. Aquí el communicative, aquí sí se ve hasta la forma en cómo un maestro se para enfrente de sus alumnos. Aquí sí, y me encanta este. Es algo que yo a ustedes les voy a evaluar. El comunica, ¿cómo se usted, cómo es la comunicación? La comunicación no tiene nada que ver con el target language. Y señores, ¿qué es el target language? Se los mando al chat. Eso sí les va a salir, language. ¿Qué es el target? What's my target? What's my target language? 5, 4, 3. Miren, me llama la atención, no me preocupa, me llama la atención porque yo digo, o no saben o se están durmiendo. Así que díganme algo. Mejor díganme, teacher, no sabemos porque por lo menos yo digo, pues sí, pero me están prestando atención.
No, teacher, no sabemos.
Vale.
En mi
No
No
caso.
sabemos,
simplemente
teacher.
como
Me
la
encanta porque
carta de
yo digo,
presentación.
por ahí no sé
Ujú.
quién lo dijo. Exacto. Su carta de presentación. Pero, ¿y qué es la carta de presentación? ¿Desde dónde parte el target language? Es que parte del nivel de inglés que yo... No, qué chiva tu vida, no parte de eso. ¿De qué parte el target language? 5, 4.
Desde la aptitud, siento yo.
Attitude, number 1 could be attitude. The second, well, no. The first one, appearance. Appearance. Okay. Be careful with your appearance, guys. The second, your attitude. It doesn't matter. We all my respect, guys. It doesn't matter if you got problems in your house. You have to let the problems out of the classroom, out of in the institution. Okay. So, ahora en la mañana me manda un mensaje una alumna y me dice, licenciada, fíjese que, así me puso, licenciada, fíjese que no me voy a poder conectar porque tengo un problema familiar. Regálenme 10 segundos. Ok. Me dice, licenciada, fíjense que no me voy a poder conectar. Esto es Target, señores. Esto es Target Language. Lo que les voy a enseñar ahorita es Target Language, no es Chamo. Me dice, licenciada, fíjense que no me voy a poder conectar, me dijo esta señorita, porque tuve un problema familiar. Y ustedes saben perfectamente cuál fue mi respuesta, porque ustedes ya me conocen. Cuando usted a mí me pide un permiso, yo primero analizo quién es la persona que me lo pide. Y dependiendo de la persona, yo así le salgo yo a la persona. Porque si la misma persona, si el mismo alumno, y estamos hablando entre colegas, si el mismo alumno le pide permiso toda la vida, señores, ese alumno, discúlpenme, simplemente es un alumno irresponsable. Pero si de repente viene alguien y me dice, mire, fíjese que usted sabe verdaderamente que esta persona se pone las pilas en clase, participa, usted ya sabe eso. Obviamente usted le va a salir de otra forma. Pero viene esta cipote y me dice, fíjese que yo tuve un problema familiar. Y yo ya se los he dicho. Cuando usted trabaje ya en real, obviamente usted no le va a poder decir a su jefe a cada rato, mire, fíjate, tengo un problema en mi casa, mire, fíjese que etcétera, etcétera, ¿ok? A excepción de Luis, ¿ok? Pues en el caso de Luisito, pues Luisito es una persona que me participa en clase y obviamente diferente fuera que él me dijera, mire, ya, como en el caso de él que siempre me pide permiso los lunes, pero obviamente el resto de la semana se pone las pilas, ¿ok? Pero de repente viene un alumno y me pide permiso siempre y no trabaja, ¿cómo lo voy a poder? Entonces, ¿cómo se dice? Mi misión es enseñarle a usted a ser una persona responsable. Entonces, ¿cuál es el target language ahí? Parte incluso también de la responsabilidad suya. ¿Ok? A mí me toca enseñarle a usted a ser responsable. Entonces, en el Communicative Language Teaching se ve mucho lo del target. ¿Ok? Porque en este caso, appearance, attitudes, responsibilities, aquí le estoy hablando de manera general, ¿ok? Porque parte de eso. Pero la segunda tiene que ver con la comunicación, students, parents, and teachers. Vamos con la siguiente. Content-based instruction. Volunteer. Any idea? 5, 4, 3.
Based on
Yes.
the structure that the teacher said.
Again, please.
Based on the instructions that the teacher say.
Exactly. Number 1. Content-based. Content-based. My goodness. Hey, guys. You cannot be an English teacher if you don't have the knowledge. Don't invent, please. Don't invent in your class. Number 1. Content is, number 1, knowledge. The first one that needs to get knowledge is the teacher. You are the first one. So you cannot teach or you cannot be an English teacher without knowledge. Don't invent. As an advice, okay, as an advice. Teacher, yo me veo siendo un ejemplo, yo me veo siendo maestro y maestra de parvularia, yo me veo siendo maestro es que a mí me encantan los niños, dicen la mayoría, a mí me encantan los niños y yo me veo enseñando inglés a niños. ¿Cuál es el problema que usted va a tener al final o en un futuro? Que si usted pasa 10 años enseñándole a niños, usted toda la vida va a manejar los mismos temas básicos. Se le van a olvidar los idioms, se le van a olvidar los American slang, se le van a olvidar los phrasal verbs, se le va a olvidar el active y el passive, se le va a olvidar el direct and indirect objects, o sea, se le van a olvidar todos los temas avanzados. Como usted ha pasado toda su vida enseñando en kinder, no tiene la necesidad de ponerse las pilas, se va a olvidar TOEFL, señores. Si usted quiere, yo no digo, si usted se quiere dedicar a eso, pero trate la manera de que su cerebro siempre siga en constante práctica, ¿ok? ¿Cuál es el problema de los maestros ahorita que ya están graduados y como les están pidiendo el TOEFL ¿Y cuál es el problema que a veces tienen? Como han venido enseñando a niños durante 5 años, que los colores, que los animalitos, que los días de la semana, o sea, ya cuando quieren hacer el TOEFL, ya la mente, el cerebro lo tiene oxidado. Entonces, el content, obviamente todos tenemos que tener un knowledge, pero el content es el conocimiento que usted tiene. El conocimiento que usted tiene. Por ejemplo, a mí en mi caso, el ciclo pasado, yo llevé gramática en la universidad, pero para darle gramática a ustedes me tocó volver a repasar. ¿Ok? Y yo me quedé, ay, sí, aquí está. O sea, me doy a entender. Estos temas no, estos temas usted los maneja, ya va a ver, estos temas usted los va a ver toda la vida. Pero cuidado si usted se quiere dedicar tanto tiempo a una misma área, ¿ok? Cuidado con eso. Ahora, content-based instructions is the way how you gives the rules, the format, the instructions in the classroom. One of the problem is our students, well, nowadays our students, they don't care about instructions. Okay. ¿Qué dijo, señor? They don't care about instructions. So content-based instruction is the way that you give them. So you have to be careful, okay? Well, then you have to be careful. In this case, instruction is how you give the ideas, the rules, the content, the instructions in the classroom. And the last one, task-based language teaching. Any idea, guys? Task. 5. What is task? No, teacher, I don't have any idea, so this is yes, thank you.
It's like homework, teacher.
Could be, okay.
Maybe,
Thanks,
I think, I don't know, I'm not sure, but maybe it's based on activities that the students need to do, maybe. Something
But
like that.
exactly, but before to give the task to them, you had to teach the topic first. Obviamente, teacher, sí, pero ¿sabe cuál es el problema? ¿Se han fijado que muchas veces hay alumnos que dicen, es que ese tema no lo vimos y viene en el examen? Porque el maestro muchas veces no logró cubrir el contenido, pero él no le importa y él mete el tema sin darlo en el examen. ¿Y qué dice él? Ay, vean usted tenía que haber investigado. Qué chiva tu vida. ¿Por qué hacen tanto los maestros eso? Cuando de repente el maestro se enfermó y por culpa del mismo se atrasaron una semana y ni modo. Entonces, él con tal de que el director no lo regañe, da la tarea, da la homework, pero ¿y basada en qué? Si este tema usted no nos lo ha dado. Como me dijo Jonathan ayer, dice, pero es que de Paulo no hemos visto, hasta el estómago me dolió, porque yo dije, Dios mío, ¿cómo le estoy pidiendo que me haga un cuadro comparativo si ni siquiera hemos visto? Pero yo allá tenía la idea de que sí lo había dado. ¿Qué fue lo que yo hice? Ya revisé, no, pues no, mira, hijo, sí lo di. Ya me dijo, sí es cierto, ya fue el de la alfabetización, no sé qué. Pero a mí me dolió el estómago porque yo dije, Dios mío, quizás yo le estoy diciendo que haga un cuadro comparativo y ni siquiera se los he enseñado. El Task-Based Language Teaching es básicamente fundado en eso. Usted no me puede dejar una tarea, usted no me puede hacer un parcial, bueno, un examen, sin usted haber dado un tema. So, guys, any question about it? Is it clear? No, teacher, is not clear. Okay, before to take our break, I'm going to start with the grammar translation method. And look at this. I got a video related with the grammar translation method. We are going to watch it and then, let's see. And then before the break, we are gonna discuss. So please, guys, pay attention, and then we are going to take our break. Take notes, please.
Bethlehemite teachers, we hope that you have enjoyed week 1 so far. Okay, dear Bethlehemite teachers, we hope that you have enjoyed week 1 so far. The first method that we are going to go through is this one, the grammar translation method. We are not going to spend much time in it because it doesn't have a lot to offer to us, Bethlehemite schools in Latin America. But still, we are going to have an overview. This method was mainly used from 1466 to 1536, and sometimes we can still see glimpses of it nowadays in certain contexts, and you are going to see why. It is very old, so this is just for you to know, but not really to use, right? This method was mainly used to teach Latin and Greek back in the early 19th and 20th centuries. The purpose of it was helping students with literature understanding. That was the idea, that students were able to read and to access foreign language literature. However, they didn't think about the regular use of the language. For this reason, teaching a language back then was highly academic. And we can question that about this method. We can train students to read literature from other countries, but does that make students better users of the language? Good point. Okay, and it is very important to know that this method was teacher-centered. That means that learners were not very active back then. And the teacher, he or she was the one who had the correct answers. That doesn't sound very convenient, right? Teachers who used this method used to focus a lot on grammar. They used to translate very often to explain the language, and sometimes, translation could be useful sometimes, but they should really be our last resource. We should try everything first: realia, images, body language, gestures, and so on. This is more challenging and more meaningful for our students' brains than just giving them the direct translation. If we just give them the word right away, what mental challenge is there for students to do? Good point again. When teachers used this method, they used to explain English in the student's mother tongue. There was little active use of the target language. They used to teach long lists of words in an isolated way, and that doesn't look very convenient, does it? Grammar was intensively and extensively explained. Students were asked to focus a lot on the language and not on the content, and that would be a problem nowadays. This method didn't allow students to create their own meanings and express their own ideas and feelings in English. Why? Because there was not much interaction, and that is definitely not convenient at all. At that time, students had no contact with native speakers, and teachers didn't necessarily have to be good at speaking English, and this, beloved colleagues, decreases the quality of learning. But well, as everything in life, there were a few advantages of this method. When this method was used, it was thought and then proved that students could become more and more familiar with the grammar of their mother tongue when they were explicitly analyzing the grammar of the foreign language that they were learning. This means that students raised awareness upon their own language by carefully studying the grammar of a foreign one. This method was very mental as well. There was a lot of analysis involved. For this reason, this method was also conceived as pure mental exercise. Some common activities about this method were translating a passage of literature, memorizing isolated word lists, translating sentences. Teachers used to explain a rule, and students had to apply it in different examples, and the typical fill-in-the-blank activities. Now, dear Bethlehemite teachers, let's reflect. First point, first question, from your own point of view, can Bethlehemite students benefit from this method, the grammar translation method? Why? And second question, should we use it in our Bethlehemite classrooms? Why or why not?
All right. Okay, my dearest students. So see you at 10:05. See you at 10:05. And then we are going to discuss I don't want to take too much time giving every single detail because we have to and we must study the 10 terms and methodology. But please, I'm going to but again at 10:05 and try to be ready giving your own explanation about it. Okay, no more than 15 seconds. Yes, no more than 15 seconds. Okay, guys, have a cup of coffee and see you at 10:05. Thank you.
Okay, teacher, bye.